Dubai, a city where supercars line the streets, skyscrapers pierce the clouds, and luxury has become a way of life. Today, it's home to some of the world's most expensive hotels, record-breaking architecture, artificial islands visible from space, and millions of visitors every single year. But just a few decades ago, none of this existed. No towering skyline, no luxury shopping malls, no billion-dollar developments, just endless desert, small fishing villages, and a quiet coastal community struggling to survive. So how did a place with almost nothing transform into one of the wealthiest and most influential cities on Earth? Was it simply oil? Or is there a much bigger story hiding behind Dubai's extraordinary success? In this video, we're uncovering the real reasons behind Dubai's rise, from its humble beginnings to becoming a global capital of business, tourism, innovation, and luxury. This is the story behind the money. Chapter 2. Dubai. Before oil. Long before Dubai became a global symbol of wealth and luxury, it was a completely different place. There were no skyscrapers reaching into the sky, no luxury hotels welcoming millions of tourists, no shopping malls, artificial islands, or highways filled with supercars. Instead, Dubai was a small settlement along the Arabian Gulf, surrounded by endless desert and harsh weather. Life here was anything but easy. For generations, the people of Dubai depended on the sea for survival. Fishing was one of their main sources of income, providing food for local families and nearby communities. But another industry played an even bigger role: pearl diving. Long before oil transformed the region, natural pearls from the Arabian Gulf were among the world's most valuable treasures. Every year, hundreds of divers risked their lives, diving deep beneath the water without modern equipment, searching for oysters that might contain precious pearls. It was dangerous work. Many returned empty-handed. Some never returned at all. For decades, the pearl trade became the backbone of Dubai's economy. But everything changed in the early 20th century. The invention of cultured pearls in Japan caused the global pearl market to collapse. Almost overnight, demand for natural pearls disappeared. Dubai's largest source of income was gone. The city entered one of the most difficult periods in its history. With very limited natural resources, little infrastructure, and almost no industry, few people could have imagined that this quiet coastal town would one day become one of the richest cities on Earth. At that moment, Dubai wasn't a symbol of opportunity. It was a place fighting simply to survive. But everything was about to change. Chapter 3. The discovery that changed everything. For decades, Dubai struggled to build a stable economy. The collapse of the pearl trade had left the city with few opportunities and an uncertain future. Then, everything changed. In 1966, oil was discovered in the Fateh oil field, located just offshore from Dubai. For the first time in its history, Dubai had access to a valuable natural resource that could transform its economy. When oil exports began a few years later, government revenues increased dramatically. Suddenly, Dubai had the financial power to invest in its future. Roads were built where there had once been desert. Modern schools and hospitals began to appear. Ports expanded. Airports were upgraded. Electricity and clean water became more widely available. Entire neighborhoods started to grow. For many countries, this is where the story would end. Discover oil, sell it, become rich. But Dubai's leaders saw something that many others ignored. They understood that oil would not last forever. Unlike some neighboring countries with enormous oil reserves, Dubai's supply was relatively limited. Relying only on oil would eventually lead to economic stagnation. So instead of spending all of its new wealth, Dubai made a bold decision. It used oil money as a tool, not as the final destination. The profits from oil were invested into something much bigger: infrastructure, trade, tourism, real estate, global business. These investments would eventually generate far more wealth than oil itself ever could. And that decision changed the future of Dubai forever. In fact, here's something that surprises many people. Today, oil contributes only a small share of Dubai's economy. So, if oil isn't the main reason Dubai is rich today, what is? Chapter 4. Oil was only the beginning. When people think about Dubai's wealth, one word usually comes to mind: oil. It's an understandable assumption. After all, many countries in the Middle East built their economies on massive oil reserves. But here's the surprising truth. Oil is not what makes Dubai rich today. In fact, oil contributes only a small portion of Dubai's modern economy. So, what happened? Dubai's leaders realized something that many resource-rich countries failed to recognize. Natural resources don't last forever. One day, the oil wells would produce less. Global energy markets would change, and a city built on a single industry could quickly fall behind. Instead of waiting for that day to come, Dubai started preparing decades in advance. Oil revenues were used to build the foundation for an entirely different economy. The government invested heavily in world-class infrastructure. Massive highways connected the city. Modern ports welcomed ships from every continent. International airports turned Dubai into one of the busiest travel hubs in the world. Special economic zones attracted thousands of international companies by offering tax advantages and business-friendly regulations. At the same time, Dubai began investing in industries that had nothing to do with oil. Tourism, real estate, finance, aviation, trade, technology. One by one, these sectors became powerful engines of economic growth. Today, millions of tourists visit Dubai every year. Thousands of multinational companies operate regional headquarters there. Millions of tons of goods pass through its ports. And investors from around the world continue pouring billions of dollars into the city's economy. Dubai didn't become wealthy because it kept selling oil. It became wealthy because it used oil to build an economy that could thrive without depending on it. And that may be the smartest investment the city ever made. But one industry, more than any other, completely transformed Dubai's global image: tourism. Chapter 5. Building a global luxury destination. Dubai didn't become famous by accident. It was carefully designed to capture the world's attention. Rather than competing with other cities on history or natural beauty, Dubai chose a different strategy. It decided to become a place where people could experience things they couldn't find anywhere else. The city invested billions of dollars into creating world-famous landmarks. The Burj Khalifa became the tallest building ever constructed. Palm Jumeirah reshaped the coastline with an artificial island so massive it can be seen from space. Luxury resorts, five-star hotels, and massive shopping destinations transformed Dubai into one of the world's most recognizable travel destinations. But attracting tourists wasn't the only goal. Dubai wanted to attract investors, entrepreneurs, celebrities, and high-net-worth individuals from around the world. To achieve that, it created an environment where business and luxury could exist side by side. Modern infrastructure, high levels of safety, a strategic location connecting Europe, Asia, and Africa, and business-friendly policies that made it easier for international companies and investors to establish a presence in the city. Tourism quickly became one of Dubai's most powerful economic engines. Every year, millions of visitors arrive to experience luxury shopping, world-class entertainment, international events, pristine beaches, and some of the most iconic architecture on the planet. Their spending supports hotels, restaurants, transportation, retail stores, and thousands of local businesses. But tourism is only one piece of the puzzle. behind the luxury lifestyle lies something even more valuable. Dubai has positioned itself as one of the world's most important business and trade hubs, and that's where the real economic engine begins. Chapter 6: The business hub of the world. While millions of people know Dubai for its luxury lifestyle, another side of the city is quietly generating billions of dollars every year. Business, trade, logistics. These industries may not appear on postcards, but they are the foundation of Dubai's modern economy. Geography gave Dubai one of its greatest advantages. Located between Europe, Asia, and Africa, the city sits along one of the busiest global trade routes on the planet. Instead of seeing this as a coincidence, Dubai turned its location into a competitive advantage. The government invested heavily in ports, airports, highways, and logistics infrastructure. One of the biggest examples is Jebel Ali Port, one of the world's largest and busiest man-made harbors. Every day, thousands of shipping containers carrying electronics, food, vehicles, machinery, and consumer goods pass through Dubai on their journey to markets around the world. Above the city, another economic giant is constantly in motion. Dubai International Airport has become one of the busiest international airports on Earth, connecting travelers and businesses across every continent. Supporting this global network is Emirates, the airline that helped transform Dubai into one of the world's most connected cities. But world-class infrastructure alone wasn't enough. Dubai also focused on creating an environment where businesses could grow. The city established free economic zones that allow many international companies to benefit from simplified regulations and attractive tax conditions. These policies encouraged thousands of multinational corporations, financial institutions, technology firms, and startups to establish regional headquarters in Dubai. Today, companies from around the world use the city as a gateway to markets across the Middle East, Africa, and South Asia. This constant flow of trade, investment, and international business generates billions of dollars every year, without relying on oil. Dubai didn't just build a city, it built a platform where money, goods, people, and ideas move across the world every single day. And while trade built Dubai's economy, innovation may determine its future. Chapter 7: The future of Dubai. Dubai's success story is far from over. While many cities focus on preserving the past, Dubai is focused on building the future. The city continues to invest billions of dollars in technologies and industries that could shape the global economy for decades to come. Artificial intelligence, financial technology, renewable energy, smart city infrastructure, advanced transportation, and the digital economy. Dubai has launched ambitious plans to become one of the world's leading innovation hubs, attracting entrepreneurs, investors, and technology companies from across the globe. Government services are becoming increasingly digital. New business regulations are designed to encourage innovation, and international talent continues to arrive, bringing new ideas and new investment into the city. Of course, Dubai still faces important challenges. Its economy depends heavily on global tourism, international trade, and foreign investment. Economic downturns, geopolitical tensions, or major shifts in global markets can all have a significant impact. Like every major financial center, Dubai must continue adapting to remain competitive. But if history has proven anything, it's that adaptation is one of Dubai's greatest strengths. The city has repeatedly reinvented itself, from a fishing village to an oil economy to a global business and tourism powerhouse. And now, it's trying to become something even bigger. A city built not just for today's economy, but for tomorrow's world. Conclusion. So, why is Dubai so rich? The answer isn't simply oil. Oil gave Dubai an opportunity, but vision turned that opportunity into lasting prosperity. Instead of relying on a single resource, Dubai invested in infrastructure, trade, aviation, tourism, finance, technology, and global business. It built an economy designed to survive long after its oil reserves declined. Whether you admire Dubai or criticize its approach, one thing is difficult to deny. Few cities in modern history have transformed themselves as dramatically in such a short period of time. Dubai's greatest resource was never oil. It was the willingness to think decades ahead. And perhaps that's the biggest lesson behind its success. Because in the end, the world's greatest fortunes are rarely built by chance. They're built by vision. This is the story behind the money. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us as we uncover the stories behind the world's biggest fortunes, companies, and economies. See you in the next episode.